Welcome, Bronies and Pagan Sisters! This is a special public Brony service announcement, and I am here with Vertigo today. I am Zol, as you all know. You can all read. Good job, you can pass kindergarten. And today we have a very special video coming into you guys. It is called Why We Think Toby Fox is a Brony, because all of the characters in Undertale seem to give us just slightly reminds us of some of the ponies in this show, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, of course created by Lauren Faust, and let's get started. Toriel. Toriel is the first character you see in the game. Would you kindly explain to us, Vertigo, how she reminds us of Cheerilee and Celestia?
Well, you see, so Toriel can be they can be very similar. She can be very similar to both Cheerilee and Celestia, given her motherly sort of personality and attitude, knows best for you, as is Celestia with Twilight and Cheerilee with her students.
Indeed. Cheerilee, of course, loving teaching. Celestia, of course,
loving Twilight.
Much like Toriel, and loving Frisk. And anyone else who comes in through that portal, or however Frisk got in. Up next we have Papyrus, who, of course, reminds us of Rainbow Dash. Care to explain?
Yes, you see, Papyrus and Rainbow Dash are very similar in two very specific ways. Rainbow Dash and Papyrus both having a very large ego for what they are. Also, with Papyrus wanting to desperately be a member of the Royal Guards, while Rainbow Dash desperately wanting to be a part of the Wonderbolts.
Indeed. Of course, also, they have insane egos. Of course, Papyrus calling himself the Great Papyrus, and Rainbow Dash, of course, doing everything she can to be cocky.
I feel like she calls herself something. The fastest flyer in Ponyville? I don't know.
The fastest man in Equestria!
That sounds right.
Sans, of course, reminds us of, you guessed it, Pinkie and Discord. Would you care to explain?
Well, you see, Sans, being the fourth wall breaker that he is much like Pinkie Pie, the magical fourth wall breaker that she is. Also being like Discord when it comes to being the god of chaos, Sans is very in tune with his inner chaosness, if that is a thing to be.
It's a word now.
All three of them are very chaotic and very fourth wall breaky. Therefore, they're very similar, and could be the same character.
And now, not so breaking news, Sans is a hard-ass mofo to fight. Up next,
yes,
we have the ever-so-adorable Temmie, who reminds us of Derpy.
Temmie! Because why not? Derpy and Temmie are very, very, obviously, short attention span characters, but both very lovable and very cute at the same time. They are almost like comic relief to both MLP and Undertale, and therefore fit very well.
Undertale, of course, having a very serious tone for most of the game. I think Sans and Temmie both do a great job of giving it kind of that comedic twist that it needs, because his jokes are something else.
Oh, yes.
And of course, and next up, of course, we have the main character, who is Frisk, and this one can be debatable, but who am I kidding? We were desperate. She reminds us of Silver Spoon.
Very, I guess, yes. I still have a hard time figuring out why, so Zol, this one's all yours.
Well, I was thinking more so because the main character, depending on what path you take to finish the game with the pacifist, neutral, or genocidal route, then you get different endings. And, of course, Silver Spoon being very impressionable, and she can easily be pretty much impressioned by anyone. She just wants to be happy, and it seems like she wants to make others happy, but unfortunately for her, that meant making Diamond Tiara happy, which also in turn means kind of also being rude to all the other ponies, which she never really was mean to any of the ponies, like, directly. She kind of just went along with whatever Diamond Tiara said. kind of like the main character Frisk, which kind of goes along with what all the people in the game says. Like, she does what they say, and no questions are asked, and it could be debatable, but I was pretty much trying to get at that.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I was saying Frisk was more like Twilight, but that was only because they're both like main characters. That was the only.
That could be like you saying Mario is a lot like Kratos, because they're both main characters.
Who's our next character, Zol?
And then our next character is, of course, Aaron. Aaron is quite the mofo. He, would you care to explain?
He's both. I think I made
that.
Yeah! B is for Rainbow Dash!
F is for furniture.
Good job.
Up next we have...
Essentially, Aaron and Bulk's biceps are the same character.
And up next we have the very ever so unique Washua, who is a turtle. And if you can't name the turtle in the show My Little Pony, watch the show My Little Pony. It's Tank.
Or at least watch The Best Pet Wins.
It's Tank. I'm saving you a lot of time here. It's Tank. Trust me, it's
Tank. Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, because Thomas the Tank Engine is best pony.
Always. Oh, yes. Well, don't you mean Trank?
Thomas the Trank Engine.
True.
And then we have the ever so fabulous ex-Metaton, who, for some reason, loves dancing around being fabulous and...
Fabulous.
Loves being famous and noticed. How are they alike?
I think you guys can draw the conclusion there.
Yep, even though I did not say who he was like, they can draw the conclusion, because I messed up. He's like Rarity. I messed up. He's like Rarity.
Who's a Rarity?
I will throw a house at you.
Coming
soon to a theater near year.
Sounds... I'd watch that movie.
Coming soon to a theater near you, is what I meant to say. And up next we have Alphys, which reminds us of...
Twirlitsburger!
That's true! Because Alphys is an introvert dinosaur, and Twilight raises a dinosaur, which... They're both very different dinosaurs. However, Alphys is kind of an introvert, and Twilight was also an introvert for most of her life. Twilight Sparkle also is kinda... She's very smart, and she loves using her brain to help solve problems. Alphys is also pretty smart, and Twilight Sparkle and Alphys are kinda similar to that fact, whereas they both don't really have any friends. Well, Twilight has friends now, but Alphys didn't, and for the longest time, Twilight didn't. I can kind of draw that conclusion.
Alphys is a dinosaur and Twilight raises a dinosaur.
Indeed.
Oh, that caught me too off guard.
Then go!
Spike is now a dinosaur. It's canon.
Wait, he's a dragon.
No, he's a dinosaur now.
Oh, crap.
You didn't even notice? Like, I thought you did that on purpose.
No!
Spike is a dinosaur now.
God dang it. I got myself too off guard without realizing it, so I got myself off guard at the point where I didn't realize I got myself off guard. Alright, let's get back into the moment.
Spike's a freaking dinosaur. Oh, man. Alright.
Up next we have MobTheGypsy, which... Would you care to explain?
I'm sorry, who again?
MobTheGypsy. You know, the shy robot. The shy ghost.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't hear the name you cut out. Yes, well, MobTheGypsy tends to remind us of our dear yellow mare, Fluttershy. For you see, they are both very not assertive and yellow, and very not assertive and yellow. No, they're very kind, they're very sweet, they're very shy. And so, obviously, they're the perfect match for each other, not shipping. I mean, in relationships to the same character.
If Fluttershy were to ever have a tragically death, because tragically death is a term now.
Tragically death.
I think Fluttershy's ghost will
Well,
do
so
a
is a
great ghost
dinosaur.
work. Alright, next we have Asgore, who reminds us of Nightmare Moon. Explain.
Luna. Okay, so Asgore and Luna aren't very in well with the times. Luna being banished to the moon for 1,000 years, and coming back, she's not very in tune with modern day society, you see. As is with Asgore. You see, he only knows royal business, nothing really more or less. And the same with Luna, she only knows sort of royal stuff and how things were 1,000 years ago.
Much like the episode when she could only talk with the Royal Canterlot voice.
The fun has been doubled! Also, they are both royalty, so there's another good connection there.
Indeed. And up next we have Muffet and Chrysalis, which Muffet has a spider army. Chrysalis has a changeling army. They're both evil. They're both bad. They kind of look alike in a weird way. However, we came to the conclusion
The picture's amazing. Yes.
And thus ends the Brony Service announcement.